Shalom, Akim. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, the apostles, I should say, of Great Millstone, and all the Akim out there pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And as you see this picture of Hurricane Patricia that is hovering over Mexico, this is, this is a monster right there. This right here looks like to me just the Most High's wrath. And, the Most High's wrath is first and foremost against, our enemies, his enemies, the other nations, but especially Esau, aka the so-called white man, being his number one enemy. But this is the Most High's wrath personified. I mean, this thing looks ferocious. And whether, the Most High himself gathered this, the elect angels, the death angels to do this, or the Most High put it in Esau's mind to do this, no matter which way he did it, it's still of the Most High. So this thing is just punishment, man. This has really been a long time coming. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, for the most part, has been catching most of the hell. And especially Judah. We've been catching a lot of the hell. We've been doing a lot of the trying to, get the tribes together. And even some of the tribes have gone a little bit too far with it. But still and yet, Judah, being the leader of our nation, we've really tried to, reach out to all the tribes and tell them, hey, you're Israelites. You're not the so-called white man. You're not going to be destroyed. You're not going to have to reproduce with this devil to make it. We've been trying to give the truth to the nation of our people. So, but this has just been a long time coming. I was on Facebook and seen some of these videos. Oh, we're going to pray for Mexico, and let's put the Lord's unchanging hand on Mexico. I'm not praying for Mexico. I pray the Most High's judgment and the Most High's destruction, because the northern tribes, going into Simeon, which is the Dominicans, Zebulon, which is Guatemalan, to Panamanians, Ephraim, which are the Puerto Ricans, Manasseh, which are the Cubans, Gad, which are the North American Indians, Reuben, the Seminole Indians, Naphtali, the Argentinians to the Chileans, the tribe of Asher, the Colombians to the Uruguayans, Issachar, the Mexicans. I mean, especially the northern tribe has been especially rebellious. And especially a lot of the women out of the northern tribe seem to want to gravitate and marry the so-called white man. It's almost like the white man is their God. And in that respect and that mindset, he is. Just look, what all the 12 tribes worship. The image of Cesare Bajor. And if it's not the image of Cesare Bajor, not only that, it's the image of Mary Magdalene, the mother of Yahweh Shai, which has also been whitewashed to look like a so-called white woman, which we know that's not true. They were brown skinned, dark brown skinned, woolly haired people. And all the tribes are that way, not unless they've been mixed with the other nations, and especially Esau have been lightened up. But especially the women out of the northern tribes tend to want to, to gravitate to the so-called white man and reproduce seed with him. And these things have caused the wrath of the Most High, especially the Mexican people. It's caused the wrath of the Most High to do this thing. It's been a long, and it's going to be more of it. Because, Israel as a nation has to wake up, and especially you northern tribes. And a lot of you so-called northern tribes, especially the Mexican, you hate the negroes. You hate, we can't, a nigga can't even walk down the street when a Mexican having a problem. I remember I was living across the alley to this this wetback. I call him a wetback because he's not my brother. A real Mexican is my brother, but this damn beaner, he's looking at me all sideways, and but yet the next door neighbors who was Edomites, he was all lovey-dovey, and his kids was playing with the Edomites, and the Edomites was spending the night, and he was just in hog heaven. But guess what? The dumbass was broke, lost his family, and had to move out of the house because they didn't have no money. But where was Esau at? Where was his next door neighbors? His next door neighbors didn't pay his rent. But one day his wife came over and wanting money, and I basically told her, I can't help you. Your husband got a problem with me. I'll be damned if I give you some money. He may be of my nation, true enough, but he ain't my fuck that motherfucker. I didn't give her shit. But a lot of that goes on. A lot of you so-called Hispanics are jealous of Jake. I'm going to put it out there. A lot of you Hispanics are jealous of the Negroes. You're jealous because a lot of the Jakes are good at sports. We get a lot of attention in the rap. And you're jealous. And that just goes with the scripture that says that Ephraim is jealous of Judah. Or jealous. What does it say? Ephraim is jealous of Judah. And Judah will not vex Ephraim. And if I'm putting the scripture in the right, the wording, shalaka if I'm not. But a lot of that is jealousy. And it's envy. And a lot of the Mexicans try to act black. Especially the Mexican Americans. But yet they'll turn around and hate Jake and be bumping Tupac. So this is a lot of the wrath of the Most High is on the Mexican people. All that worshiping, all the drug cartel, pushing dope for the so-called white man, and he turning his eye to it, where you could stuff your pocket, and then he turns around and puts you to jail when the government feels that something needs to be done, so that the public thinks that you're doing something, that you're really fighting the war on drugs. But the war on drugs is really a war on the nation of Israel, because all the other nations you let shut up shop and have their cultural food and their laundromats in our neighborhoods, but then turn around and when we want something, you try to shut it down, or we can't get a loan, but yet when dope comes, you allow that dope to come in. You take the jobs out of our neighborhood and give it to all the other nations, and then push dope in the neighborhoods and then lock us up for it. If the Most High is going to kill you fucking devils, you're going to pay for that shit. You ain't got away with nothing. And the ass whooping that's coming to you, it's going to be 1,000 years. And just when you think halfway through, you serve 500 years, and you get to thinking, I got another 500 years of this, a lot of you are going to try to commit suicide. But guess what? We're going to put your spirit back in your body, beat your ass, and then put you back out to work. Sorry about your damn luck. But no, I'm not praying for you. No, I'm not asking the Most High to stop it. No, I pray the Most High for more death. More death to you 2/3. More death to you rebellious children of the Most High. The scripture says in Nahum chapter 1, starting at verse 3, verse 2, the Most High is jealous, and the Most High revengeth. The Most High revenges and is furious. The Most High will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. Now that's really supposed to go for the other nations, especially Esau. But since you want to worship Esau and make him your God and do everything abominable and everything reverse what the scripture says, this is also valid for you. Verse 3, the Most High is slow to anger and is great in power and will not all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust off his feet. See, the Most High is having his way. This is the Most High stretching his mighty arm to put to death you 2/3. And this is a glorious thing. I celebrate it. I pray death for more you 2/3. Because you're going to get it one way or the other. The so-called white man is your enemy. He is not your friend. He hates you. These devils run around here in Indiana with all kinds of Confederate flags and all kinds of, coon this, coon that, and they're proud. They're proud. But will fuck an Israelite woman at a drop of a dime, but yet turn around and be a nigger hater. So, that having babies and all that don't mean squat. Just like this football player here just recently who lost his brother in Florida. Oh, I got a white wife. I don't see color. And then how you gonna say you don't see color? You dumb nigga. You said you don't see color, but yet you said my wife is white. Now, if you didn't see color, how did you distinguish her to be a white woman? How did you single her out to be a white woman, but you don't believe in, you don't see color? But you told the whole world that your wife is white. The police see color, so I advise that you better start seeing color before you end up with a bullet in your head next. So I'm getting ready to close out with that, but it's time for you Hispanic people, you so-called Hispanic, Latino, whatever you want to call yourself, this decade. You better start waking up. The Most High is not fucking around with you, and He's not playing games. And the next move is going to be even greater death. And with that being said, Shalom.